Alright. Sherlocked Out. I feel like Sherlocked Out titles. So this is number 3, but I feel like I might have seen one of these either on Cracking Cryptic or on somebody else's stuff. Um, anyways, before starting, please ensure the settings that your conflict checker is turned to Classic Sudoku instead of off or on. Okay? Classic 5x5 Sudoku with the following constraints. So this is interesting. Okay, A1 to E5 diagonal is a palindrome and sums to the same as each row. Okay, B2 plus C3 is a square number. Oh my goodness. Okay, A1 plus B2 equals C3. The middle digit is one knight move away from every other instance of the same number. D2 is prime. B3 plus C4 equals D5. Every instance of the digit in B3 is one knight's move away from at least one other instance of its own digit. Wait, is that so? Two things have knight's constraint then, right? Okay, or potentially two things, unless they're both associated with it. All right, and then A2 is not equal to E4. They are two different numbers, and the 8 cells surrounding the middle cell sum to a number evenly divisible by C1. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of things to keep track of, sir. There is a rule of 7 in game design, or even just in general. I guess pedagogy, just like teaching people type of stuff, is that people can realistically maximum track 7 things at a time, and beyond that, it's very difficult. Like they will start feeling very overwhelmed. But if you want them to even track optimally, right, you definitely want to keep that kind of stuff down. So I feel like we're going to be referencing the rules quite a bit here. Obviously, things that we are quite used to doing, like if you've done a lot of whispers or crop key stuff, you don't have to worry about them as much. They come a little bit more naturally and allow you to keep track of more things. But yeah. All right, well, we'll give it a shot, see how it goes. All right, so we need to go into our settings, and we need to uh, turn conflict checker. Where's my conflict checker? Here we go. Do classic Sudoku. All right. That's the first step, completo. So we have a thing to do with this thing. So every row and this diagonal, they all sum to the same thingy thing. And classic 5x5 Sudoku rules apply, which means so wait, doesn't this just mean there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is equal to 15? I guess it doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just needs to add up to 15 in some way, shape, or form. So for example, 4, 4, 2, 2, and 3 would add up to 15. So it could be like 4, 4, 2, 2, 3. That would be add up to 15. I like, so this middle digit is gonna see every other instance of itself by knight's move. So let's just quickly check that. So we got a couple double ups here. So realistically, it can go like this or this, right? Can it mix match? Yeah, it could mix and match. There is something that said something cannot be something. So A2 is not equal to E4. So these two are not the same. How are we gonna mark that? I guess we use letters, which is like this is an A, this is a B, and A is not equal to B. Okay, so therefore, if this central digit hits one of these ones, it can't hit the other one. That's one thing. And then we have another knight's move, which is based on C1. No, not C1. B3. B3, right next to it. Okay, I think I'm gonna highlight these ones just so we have a little bit of a visual. And then this one, B3, needs to also see every instance of itself. Whoops. Oh. The E column doesn't see one, hey? Every instance of it is one from at least one other. Okay, so it doesn't. Okay, wait. Let me just double check this. Me. Okay, so this one guarantees we'll touch all these other ones. This one doesn't have to touch the other ones. Obviously, the problematic one is going to be the E column number, right? Because it doesn't reach that one easily. So the E column number needs to see one of itself like this, or like this, I guess. Well, I guess you could go like this. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah. This one in the E column is problematic because it has to see something else that's not this. Okay. D2 is prime. All right, let's put in some numbers. D2 is prime. 1 is not a prime number, so it's 2, 3, or 5. There we go. We got rid of 1 clue, and we used this one, so we got rid of 2 clues. So now we only have to worry about 7 other clues. The 8 digits around the middle digit, they sum to a number that is divisible by this number. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. And one of them is a prime number. What's the max and min? Well, if this was a 1, then this is a useless clue. That's the first thing I'm thinking about. But I'm assuming it's not 1. But it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So if it's a 5, then this needs to equal to something that ends with a 0 or 5. Yeah, I think it's too early to think about this one. Let's move on. B3. Oh yeah, this one I was looking at before. That was kind of interesting. Right, because B3 plus C4 equals D5, okay? We can almost just draw an arrow, literally, in here, following that clue. There's me pin tool, here we go. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we got an arrow, let's go. D3 plus C4 equals D5. So let's break it down, actually, because then this could be 3, 4, or 5, and then these could be 1, 2, 3, 4, which doesn't really help us too much, but I'll keep that pencil mark. Okay, A1 plus B2 equals C3. Okay, so we got another arrow here. Whoop whoop. And now we know this is 3, 4, 5 as well. These could be the same number. B2 plus C3 is a square number. So this is interesting. So the easily accessible squares we have is 4, 9. I don't think we can get to 16. So it's either 4 or 9. So if this was 3, this would need to be a 1. And then this would need to be a 2 in order to make them add up to 4. And then if it's a 4, 4 is impossible to get up to anything. So this cannot be a 4. And then it's a 5, then this needs to be a 4, and this needs to be a 1 in order to get up to 9. I think that's the only things that work. Okay. Okay. And then this needs to add up to 15, don't forget. So if this was a 3, then this would be 6, and then these would need to add up to 9, which means these need to be a 4 and a 5. And then if this was 5, this would be a 10, and then these two need up to 5. Okay, so both is still possible, unfortunately. Okay, let's see. Exhausted a few clues. We still have clue number 1 to work with, clue number 4, clue number 7, and clue number 9. So we got 4 things left to work with. 9 we're already ignoring because I think we need to figure this out before we do anything. I was hoping actually that these had more relationship to each other, and they might, but I think we have to look at the night move stuff now. Yeah, okay. So the night move stuff is interesting, right? Because we know that whatever is here can't be the same as this number. Okay, let's think about it for a second here. So this, whatever this digit is, let's call it digit n for night. And so this digit is different than this digit. It's different than this digit. Different than this digit. It could be the same as this digit. Oh, yeah, it could be 224. Actually, it could have been 112, couldn't it? Now that I think of it. Could be 112. It's gross. No. Well, no, it could be. Yeah, I was gonna say it because it's not a knight's move from itself, but it could be like these could be knight's move, and then this could still see the other ones by knight's move. That. We might have to just draw out some combinations. I'm going to take away the blue coloring for now because I don't want to get confused too much. So let's take away the blue coloring and then just think about where this one could be. So actually, let's use blue here, and then let's use green. No. Okay. Just think. I'm overthinking it. Okay. What I wanted to do was use another color to highlight the places where it could not be. So we know this number is definitely different than this number. So the problem for me was, where does this one go, right? Where's its E version go in order to maintain a relationship with something? So if this was N, then all of its night moves are locked out. So this can't be N. I was hoping more of them would be like that. No such luck. If this was N, this would need to be N. Is that a problem? It might be. Yeah, because then where would the E version go and still have a partner? Right, because then this would need to be the D N, the end, and then E end will have no friends. So therefore, this cannot be. And I'm assuming the mirror is still the same, right? This will require this, which will require this, which then will require this, and this will have no friend. Okay, we're making some progress here, so I'm assuming these both should work then. This can go with this. Oh, this could go with this. Yeah. That's why it works. This can go with this, and then we can have something like this, and that's all good. That's all hunky dory. So, can anything work with this then? So I think that this one did cause a problem. So it was this. Then it needs to be friends with either this or this or this. Can I foresee a circumstance work? Oh yeah, that works. Darn. Darts. What was the other one again? This. I think this. That all works. So I think that touches everything. I think this is about as far as we can take it. Well, if this was 6, this would be 4, 5. And if we needed to add up to 5, then it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, all candidates are possible in these two digits. But it is an odd number, so these two have to be different numbers. That much we know. In fact, one has to be an even number, the other one has to be an odd number. I don't know if that has any bearings on this. Similarly, one of these has to be an even number, one of these has to be an odd number, and our odd number is 1. Our odd number is 1 here, which means these can't be 1s. Okay, well, this is about as far as we take this one. Let's take a look at this one, maybe. Maybe, yeah, maybe I'll use the n for that one. So these are all the potential places for n to show up. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. If this was a 5, right, then we run into the, no. I was gonna say, if this is a 5, then we can't have 4, 5 here, but that's not what we need. We need 1, 2, 3, or 4 in here. Okay, if we have 3 here, then this will be 4, 5. It's perfectly fine. Even if this was a 3, right, this would be a 1, 2, 2, 1, 3. And that's still okay. This could be the same number as this number. This doesn't really interact with any of our other stuff. Oh, palindromic. You know what? I didn't read that part. I was just thinking it sums up. So therefore it's a 5. I know what palindromic means. I just don't read. So all right. So this is a 5. 5 goes with a 4. Goes with a 1. That's a 1. That's a 4. If this is a 5, this would need to be a 2, 3. How did I rule out 2, 4, 2, 4, 3? It's because these two numbers need to be a square. Yeah, that's why my candidates were the way they were. It's because I knew these two needed to be a square, so I had already eliminated that way. So 1 goes here? Question mark? Ones, 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 ones. That's not a 1. That leaves us with only one place for this one and this one. This is not a 1. Similarly, 4s. Where do 4s go? I don't think there's going to be as restricted as our 1s, unfortunately. And I was right. Well, at least we know this is not a 4. So this is either a 2 or a 3 now. 2 or 3, which means this is no longer a 2. We can also put all of these in blue, which means this is our orange friend. This is not an orange friend. This is an orange friend, which means this is not a 5. This orange friend means that's not an orange friend. This one has no orange friends, so this must be the orange friend. This is our other orange friend. Okay. I guess we can get rid of the blue coloring now. Now that we have all our oranges in a row. I guess we can probably get rid of the N's as well, I guess. Otherwise they're gonna bug me. So, this is not a 5. This is probably the 5 then, I'm inclined to say. Let's just double check if we need to force the 5 onto there. Yeah, okay, the E... No, it doesn't. Because the E column 5 needs to be here. This is the other 2, 3. E column 5 is here, therefore the A column 5 is here. And these could be either way. Thank you. That's 4. This is our other 2, 3, our non-orange 2, 3. This is our non-orange 2, 3, which means this is the other 4. We only have one more spot for 4, which goes there. This is 2, 3, or 5. I don't know which way. Okay. KKKK. So I mean, this is our other thingamajigger. That means this is a 5. Yeah. And then now I have to figure out which way to go. Is there anything that's going to tell me? Square number C3 prime. They're both prime. This would have been a differentiator, right? D2 prime. Oh, I guess they also limited us to 2, 3, 5, which helped us stop the 4, maybe? Ah, here we go. Number 9 that we've been ignoring. Okay. Okay. So, this is 7. Seven, 12, right? So, no, sorry, not 7. This is 8, 10, 15, 16. 16, either 18 or 19. Obviously, it's not 18. Or obviously, it's not 19. 19 is a prime number, so this is a 2. All these guys are 2s. Elementary, my dear.